Jeff Chatman. He joins us on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Jeff, I believe it was 18 years ago, or wait, was it 28 years ago, when BYU as the second-ranked team lost to UAB?
Well, it really doesn't matter. Once it gets over 15, we're all old.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, okay, the joke aside, what does this game mean to you because of what happened on that really just amazing team that was at BYU that you played on when you lost at UAB? What kind of importance does that carry over to tonight?
Well, I'm trying to get people to stop bringing up the UAB game. And I'm hopeful that if they win tonight, that people will stop bringing it up. But I think it's going to take a Final Four appearance with a Chatman on the team to do that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I don't know if you knew this, but you were on that team, so we brought you on to talk about it. We're gonna have to talk about it. I'm sorry. Set up the situation for us where I believe you guys were like 17-0, the number one team in the country loses, and then you play UAB. What was that like to be on that team, and then you had that opportunity that night?
Yeah, we were on the roll. We were playing great. Everything was clicking. We had beat some teams where it was pretty close, but our experience and the way we played got us through. So we were very confident when we were going into UAB. They were only having a 500 season. They had only won a half their games. So we were very confident that even though we were going on the road, that we were going to be able to beat them. But it started off bad immediately. We had the tip, and I stole the tip, and I passed it up to Michael Smith, and, you know, he was one of the best scorers in BYU history, and he missed a layup. And then the next time down, Marty Haas missed a layup, and things just got messed up from there, and we just never could recover.
You described some of the guys. You named some of the guys on that team. I mean, those are some of the greats in BYU history. Who else was on that team, and how good was that team? So Michael Smith, Marty Haas. Remind me who else was on that team.
Yeah, Andy Chulson was on the guard line with Marty. Then I was on the forwards line with Smitty, and then Jim Yusevich was the center, and then we had Nathan Call and Brian Taylor off the bench.
That's a pretty good team.
Yes.
Jeff Chatman joining us now on BYU Sports Nation. Let's talk about tonight's game and the fact that
we
your
moved
son...
on already? I wanted to dig into that game some more, Jeff.
So that Jeff will come back on our show again after we've dragged him through this horrible memory again and again. Let's talk about tonight's game and your son, Jordan. What do you expect from him tonight, maybe a little bit on your behalf, in this game against UAB?
Well, he just needs to do what he's done all year, is to come off the bench and provide the team a spark where he can make some shots and guard their best perimeter guy and help as much as he can to provide a spark for whatever the team needs for this particular night.
How has he played in his redshirt freshman season?
I think he's done pretty good. He was injured all last year, and then he hurt his ankle at the blue and white game, which knocked him out another 2 weeks. So he's been battling from there to get some minutes. And then at the end of the season, he started to get some consistent minutes, and he started to put some consistent numbers up. And then he got sick right before the Gonzaga game, the first Gonzaga game at home at the end of the season, before they played in the tournament, and then that set him back a little bit too. So he should be at full strength right now.
When you look at playing with Marty and then of course Tyler, TJ, your sons get to play together on a BYU team. I mean, like, how it's been a while since you've known that, but next year when TJ comes back, how awesome is that?
It is really awesome, and if someone had told me that when I came to BYU that my son was going to play with any of the sons of my BYU players, I would not have believed him. I was not a member of the church when I came, and I just came to BYU really to get an education and play basketball. Had no intention of joining the Mormon church. So I would not have believed them, and it's just been really surreal to see what's been happening. And not only, Marty, to have Andy's cousin on the team, Jake Toulson, it has just been amazing.
Jeff Chatman with us as we are talking with him in Studio B on BYU Sports Nation. Jeff, there's a ton of hype. I mean, that's probably a severe understatement about what BYU basketball could maybe do over the next 3 or 4 seasons. In your opinion, what do you think is the ceiling for this team as they move forward with all of these legacy players, if you will, coming back and playing under Dave Rose?
Well, it's no doubt with the talent level they'll have, it should be a Final Four team. All of these guys have played great high school basketball, but the best thing is all of them have played against the best talent in the nation. When we came up, we never saw the best players. Now, because of the travel season, like the Long Peak team going and playing a national schedule, and then Jordan and Peyton Dastrup playing on a national team. Like Jordan played against Andrew Wiggins and against the number 1 pick, the guy that was from UNLV, I forgot his name. He played against Tyus Jones, who won a national championship at Duke, who's now with the Minnesota Timberwolves. All these guys have played against those guys. So when they come up against them, it's not a big deal like it used to be for us. So they definitely have the talent level. Only thing they need to do is play within themselves, play as a team, figure out the chemistry, and they should go on a really nice run in the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, a lot of people excited about that team, and then you look at what tonight's game is and what it means for BYU. Our Twitter question today is this, Jeff. I want to get your opinion. How does the result of tonight's game affect your outlook on this BYU hoops season?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, not making the NCAA tournament is a disappointment.